How's it going? Happy Saturday. Hope everybody's having a great one and gearing up to party. They should be pre-gaming right now,
Should be
right?
pre-gaming.
At least.
Well, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you be pre-game?
Well, we started hours ago, so.
Yes.
I mean.
That's kind of what we do.
That is what we do. It is absolutely what we do.
We got to get geared. We got to get amped. We got to get ready for this.
That's right. But there's also the fact that we were going to do that anyway.
Yeah. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I was trying to make an appearance. Keeping up with appearances, I should say.
I want the 3 or 4 people listening to know.
Tens of people.
I want them to know us. I want to get intimate.
Oh. How we doing out there, everybody?
What's up?
Yeah.
Hello, internet land. You go through
the land of internet.
You go through Instagram, you go through TikTok, and it's literally nothing. Like we're looking for bands,
right?
And we've talked about how with TikTok, it's made it so much easier to find bands, and that's great. So the algorithm for Talking Tunes is like band, music. This maybe an artist, chick trying to what do they call it, thirst traps. What do the kids call it these days?
Are you saying that this right here is a thirst trap?
I'm saying maybe we need to work on that. There's not enough.
Okay.
Old fat
all
guys.
Right. That's all you got to say.
That's right. It seems like there's a little bit of a need for old fat thirst traps, dudes.
No, you say fat. I mean dad bod.
It's a little more than dad bod.
Give me this.
You can have it.
Thanks.
Your dad bod. I'm Shrek.
People love Shrek.
They do.
Because they love onions. And everyone knows that ogres
smell like onions.
Well, I was going to say have layers, but
smell like onions isn't that what Donkey said?
No.
What did he say?
Have layers.
Donkey?
Yes.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
I just thought you were trying to say I smelled like onions.
I mean, I wasn't saying that, but I mean...
I typically do. I like onions.
Who doesn't like onions? Well, right. I'm sorry for all you non-onion people out there.
There went half our fucking audience, Sean. Thanks a lot.
Look, I like onions as well.
Right.
So, there's that.
Yeah. There's a lot of that. For this show, we got some meat we want to get into.
Potatoes.
We're going to put some onions in there.
Yeah,
I'm
we
getting
will.
hungry now.
Yeah.
Damn right. But before we get into the main topic of the show tonight, I'm just curious. Well, I know you've been digging around finding bands and stuff. I'm just curious to know, like, bands you found, bands you've been listening to.
Well, bands that I found. There's a couple bands that I found that I really, really enjoyed. Was a Cure for Love out of Columbus and PM Tiger out of Florida.
Oh.
Clearwater, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that's where all the Scientologists live. Yeah.
I'll tell you right now. Sorry. If anybody was ever more susceptible to being a cult,
yeah,
it would be me. Because I love that stuff. I told Kelly last time we were up in Columbus, I'm like, is there a way we can go to the church? I want to go to the church. Just because I want to get my feet in levels and all that stuff rad.
I'm speechless.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. I get it.
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry. Let's go back to, oh man, Cure for Love, sorry.
You lost me at cult.
Man.
Nah.
I can spend hours talking about that kind of stuff.
Please don't.
I'm not. But Cure for Love out of Columbus, How Doll is just a killer track.
Awesome.
I've listened to it multiple times, just a day. Because I just think it's got a cool groove to it, and I dig it. And you know me and the way I get downs.
Yeah.
And PM Tiger, there's a couple songs from them that I really enjoyed. Was Mr. Big Shot and Shapes was the two that I really like from them.
See, you've already busted me up because I have some written down. My memory is so crappy. and I find stuff I like, and if it's new, you know how many times I've put it on like Spotify. I put my music on Spotify or Pandora or even YouTube, whatever, and I just have it playing, and it's just like going through the autoplay, and a song comes on. I'm like, all right, I've heard this 6 or 7 times now. I kind of like it. I'm gonna go see who it is, and then I see who it is, and then I forget who it is 6 or 7 times before it finally sinks in. So I'm terrible. Not a reflection on on anybody. It's my own stupid brain. It does what it does, and I can't help it. I have no control. So, but I've actually found some pretty cool stuff. Stuff that's kind of typically outside of my
what?
Yeah, more like post-hardcore.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry. I think it's actually I'm terrible with genres too. I've told you guys that. Like the post-punk, I think is what it's like, emo-ish, not necessarily emo, but emo-y.
Well,
emo-y.
Post-punk is a lot of different things.
It is. That's what I get confused. I really do.
Okay.
I love music. I don't like the politics. I don't like the.
We just like music.
Right.
Music.
And I like political songs. Don't get me wrong. I just don't like all the subgenres, all the this, all of that. Again, putting people in boxes. If you need to describe a band by like, well, they're kind of like, Rancid mixed with Megadeth. Which, if you haven't done that, somebody needs to do that.
Yes,
that might be kind of cool. So yeah, I'm terrible at that, and I know I've been listening to this. I've just kind of gone to their TikTok because they have an album coming out called "Hear Me Out." It's a band called Good Terms, and I've listened. I think they've got I think they just got signed or something recently, very very recently. They have an album coming out this summer, but this song, man, it hits, and they have like a couple different versions, a few different versions on their TikTok. And I've meant to go to YouTube and look them up, and I just haven't gotten there yet. But it's like I've wrote them down, so like this band's on my list.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
gonna have to send me that.
Yeah, it's real good. It's this awesome it's party music. It's what it sounds like, but like kind of aggressive.
Party music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Vienna I found very interesting. They have an album. I think this album's already out. It's called "Stare Into the Sky."
Okay.
And I know that you would dig that. I would love to play this stuff for you guys. We're still not really quite sure how all this works. We don't know, and I don't want anything getting taken down. So we are still looking into what we can get away with on YouTube, on Spotify. And if we start playing stuff and we have, large sections of our show taken down, that's going to suck. So these show we should call these pre-shows.
Yeah.
Because we're still figuring it out. It's not like we know what we're doing. We
have no idea what we're doing.
We have no idea.
We basically just bought all this stuff. Well, all the stuff we didn't already have,
right?
And was like, let's do a show,
right? How about we do it sometime like next year? Like let's cross all our T. What's the saying?
Dot our I's, cross our T's.
Let's cross the I's, dot the T's.
There we go.
That's correct. But then no. Let's just go.
Throw it together and see what happens.
Let's just go. I mean, we were anxious to have some fun.
Yeah.
Very, very ready to have some fun. Dive in. But yeah. I'm not 100% sure. Like, it's another situation. But it's a band that's on my list. Vienna.
Okay.
Very cool. They're on TikTok as well.
Send me links, baby.
I'm going to send you links. And maybe if I'm not super lazy, I'll even throw up some links in the final video. We'll see. I don't know.
Okay.
But Sorry Sweetheart. It's dude, I think I did play some of Sorry Sweetheart for you.
Sweetheart.
I fucking dig the shit out of that. That's
wheelhouse.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just good time party music.
Like heavy, and I know heavy ska's been done, but it's almost like I don't know. It's
got
aggressive,
that sound.
hard,
Yeah.
party music, and it's like straight up punk rock with that little bit of ska thrown in there and that little bit of aggression, like extra. I dig it.
Right.
Check them out too. Pretty much everyone we talk about. We've been doing a lot of digging on TikTok for like-minded individuals, people who are playing music in their basement, by themselves.
Oh yeah,
because we both done that a lot.
God, that's how we started.
Right. People who are in bands, typically unsigned bands, or much smaller bands anyway.
Right.
Solo artists who are magnificent, and then all recording engineers, people doing karaoke. When I look and I see someone that loves music, I'm like, boom! That's you've seen it. Our For You page on TikTok, it's mostly just that, and it's like I love it. And I don't really know how TikTok works. I've got like 6 accounts, but I've never stitched anybody. I've never reposted anything.
I keep seeing this thing duet, and I have no idea how to do it.
Right. I don't know.
Do we need to duet something? Let's figure that out.
I honestly don't want to get into all that.
Yes,
shit.
you do. You say such things until we do it, and it's hilariously fun.
It usually is.
Yes, it is.
But as of right now, I've yet to do that. I'm not like... I don't mind, trying to let people know that we're out here because, as 2 people playing music our whole lives,
right?
If there was, most people aren't receptive. It's so funny. Like as a musician, pretty much, doing shit for free, damn near.
What was it? Playing shows for exposure.
Yeah, exposure. Like you get shit on for having any expectations at all. I mean, seriously, and it's very unfortunate. So, but to think that like when we were especially younger,
oh man,
and to think that there was like maybe some dudes out there was like, no, we want to hear from you. We want to talk to you. Don't worry about being perfect. Don't worry about being, the next big thing. Let's just talk, and I want to hear what you have to say. Yeah. And we want to check you out, and. I think that goes a long way. And I know that it sucks that we're not ready to have, conversations with individuals yet.
Not yet.
But
yet's the key word there.
Yeah, right. But we're going to get there.
Oh, there it is.
Whew, that took 10 minutes to get that out of there.
That's all right.
Anyway, and before we move too much further on,
oh yeah,
yeah. Well, I had something written down here.
Well, you're the note taker, man. I'm not.
Okay, yeah. We've been messaging, and I think you've had some back and forth tonight because we shared the TikTok,
right?
And we both run that.
We're like an old married couple, with a shared account,
right? Yeah. I can't have you out there trying to start a show with somebody else.
Yeah. See, that's what I was gonna say. The same thing about you, buddy.
Yeah. Well, I'll fuck you. I'll rock your shit.
Wow.
Yeah. You better watch it.
Yeah.
We've been both of us messaging with this a band from Davenport.
Oh, Burgundy Waltz.
Burgundy Waltz.
Yeah.
Man, I've really enjoyed.
Times.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed our back and forth with them. I mean, we've talked to so many people. Our messenger, the messages, and I hate the way TikTok does messages. It's not like organized at all. And
it's controlled chaos.
It is. It's terrible. But we do try to hit everybody back. I don't know the wavy shit and the nudge. We really don't do that. I don't know what the fuck that means, to be honest with you. And I'm just an old fat guy.
Waves and nudges, baby. Waves and nudges.
I mean, it sounds like something that would be right up my alley.
Right.
But I don't know what it. I don't get it. Call me names if you want to. I don't care. But we do try to respond to anybody who has some kind of legitimate message where they're asking questions. And the guys from I'm guessing it's a guy. So the guy or girl or whatever from Burgundy Waltz, because they do have a female singer.
Yes, they do have a female singer.
And what would you, real quick? What would you describe their music?
From a lot of stuff that I've been listening to, it's like almost jazzy.
I was thinking like jazzy, or maybe like that little bit of blues, like kind of
a jazz blues.
blues, something. I've seen a lot of their live stuff.
I can't pinpoint what it is because I too am also with genres.
Right.
But that's kind of what it felt like to me. I mean, just real chill, cool vibes, and I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, me too, man. That's well, they just seem like real easygoing, real fun people.
Yeah.
They're doing TikTok.
Right.
And they're it seems like maybe still figuring it out, but probably in the most fun way possible.
Well, I'll tell you right now, they know more about it than we do.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. But they're definitely having fun with it, and it's been really awesome talking to them. I've talked to some other people too, and I swear I gotta keep my notes all together.
Note taker.
Yeah. The Spike.
You put me on the spot here.
See, I knew it.
Well, you didn't write it down either.
All right, we'll talk about them on the next show. We'll catch you next time around. But I want to make
it's going to drive me crazy now.
I want to make a point.
Keep talking. I'm going to look things up.
Gotcha. I want to make a point about talking about people who interact with us, with our show.
Spike Polite.
Spike Polite.
Yes.
What an awesome name.
It really is.
If you're interacting with us, I want to bring it up. I want to talk to Spike Polite. I want to talk to Burgundy Waltz. I would like to talk to Good Terms, Vienna, and
I would like to talk to any of these people.
All of them, right. And, it's on us for not being ready. But
come on now.
I honestly didn't think that anyone would give a shit this early on.
Whoa.
I mean, we don't know any of these people. We put a show out there and we did seek them out, but we weren't like follow us or nothing. We didn't do that. We just
the amount of people that have given us that have followed us or whatever. I just think it's absolutely amazing, and I appreciate every single one of you for doing it. It kind of threw me back. I mean, I got my feelings a little bit about it. I was like, oh my God, somebody wants to listen to us.
Yeah, it is kind of a new thing.
Definitely. No one wants to listen to me. But, I greatly appreciate everything that you guys have, sent to us, saying that you like the show, the first one that we did, and, just our little clips, and just people just interacting with us.
Yeah.
Not just from here, but from all over. Super awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. And I didn't realize it'd be that much to keep up with so soon. I figured, I was hoping. Everyone's always hopeful.
Well, a slow burn is what I was expecting.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, we have, a little bit over 1,000 followers now?
Something like that.
We have over 1,000 followers.
Right.
And if you remember from any of our clips, it was tens of people.
and they don't all listen, but there's so many that message. And I mean, we've had Facebooks, we've had, with their old bands, we've had Facebook accounts that have
Instagrams.
That have,
hitting.
1,000, whatever, mostly local people. And nobody sends us messages.
Right.
Nobody, unless they maybe want us to play a show or whatever. I mean, you get that every once in a while, but like, there was never anybody from 400 miles away going, "Oh, hey, I saw you on the internet," and So I guess maybe TikTok is just a better way to connect. I guess
I'll tell you right now, if we would have had TikTok or something similar back in the day, booking a tour would have been way easier.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just finding like bands or whatever.
Yeah, I know.
Would have been crazy easier.
And it seems, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like there's less of the local scenes these days. Not just here, but from what I've heard, and
I've seen some stuff in like Austin.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's just going crazy.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing. But like, small towns especially, it seemed like maybe there for a minute we had to fight and claw for one, So we had to put a lot of work into having a scene here. And we'd get some shows 20 kids, some shows
Right.
100. I can't judge a crowd. I just can't. I don't know. And I didn't run a lot of those early shows back in the heyday. I was just most of the time just a guy there. And, toward the end of like the real heyday, I had a band, but it was garbage that no one came to see. So.
Oh, people came to see it. You stop that nonsense.
Come on.
You stop that nonsense right now. Whoa. But, yeah, the camera got all wobbly. But, just being able to book a show out of town, I think right now is just the greatest time for musicians.
Post-COVID.
Definitely post-COVID.
People really realized how much they missed live shows.
Right.
I could be wrong, but it seems like shows that kind of taken a hit, like pre 2020.
Yeah.
And like after the lockdowns ended, like everybody was like, we did. Even.
Everybody was hungry for something.
Right. Yeah.
And we were hungry for music.
Yeah. Went to a bunch of shows there for a minute.
Yeah.
Not even local stuff. Like we went and saw the Murphys and Rancid.
Ah, God, that was a good show.
Wearing masks and shit.
Right.
Like I didn't care. I was just happy to be there. But yeah, anyway, so if you interact with us, we are going to try really hard to interact back with you. And we'll do our best to do right by you.
Please just give us a minute so we can try to figure all this out.
We have day jobs.
Yeah.
At least for a little while longer.
Let's quit our day jobs. Let's quit our day jobs and just sit around.
I'm going to get fired, so it's fine.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, as long as you're getting fired.
But if I get fired, you have to get fired.
I don't have to.
I mean, it'd be nice.
It would be.
Yeah. It'd be better for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do we want to get fired?
I do not want to get fired. I actually love my job. But, and I think my content on here is passable. It's yours that's going to drag me down.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
But I really want to get into what we're way past where I wanted to start with subject matter. And here's the thing is, even though we're talking about this, just the two of us today, I definitely any guest we have, I want to hit on this for at least a couple minutes because I'm really curious what other musicians, especially or fans even, what they think. But AI in music.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
Are you wobbling?
Yeah, I'm all wobbly. More difficulties. But yeah, there's so much to get into with AI. So we know AI at this point in time can do so much crazy shit.
Oh man.
But what's too much? What do you think? And you guys can feel free, even though we don't have a guest here. If you're listening at home, you can hit us up in the comments. Send us messages. I don't care. It's not about. I'm just seriously curious what people think. And I've talked to people locally, but really it hasn't been the biggest subject, even though it really should be the biggest subject right now. What is passable for you?
Passable for me would be if you're going to use AI as a tool, it needs to be cited as such. Like if you're writing lyrics, who's horrible writing lyrics? This guy. So if I'm stuck on a line or whatever, and I'm like, I wonder what AI can help me out with, and they write something awesome, man, I ain't gonna lie, I'll be like, yeah, I'm using that.
Yeah.
AI. Frasier AI as the songwriters.
Right. Well, I mean, and I think you have to in that. Where I'm at, as a amateur, I still am. Let's face it, I'm an amateur studio engineer, recording engineer, whatever.
Right.
I think I've done some pretty decent stuff, and I'm getting better all the time. But my ears are absolute garbage. So, EQing is a big part of completing any kind of good quality recording track, whatever you want. And I do the needle trick, and I go in and I try to isolate. I try to find the frequencies that sound like garbage, but I don't hear what I think most people hear. My ears are just gone.
So you're using AI as a tool, as a listening tool.
Well, honestly, I have never even used I think it's a Waves. I do a lot of Waves plugins.
Okay, now here's where I might be an outlander. Because in my eyes, do you compress everything yourself? Do you?
Yeah, I mean,
do you EQ everything yourself?
I think I use depending on what's going on with compression, I'll use some default stuff for
Okay.
not default, but like I'll use a preset.
But is that
Right.
not all just AI?
I don't think it's necessarily considered AI because it's not working. It's not working to find what sounds best. It's just like if your stuff's optimal, then use this. It'll work on your thing. But AI takes it a step further, and they go or they they are watching.
Are they there?
They're there, and it listens to the track and it goes, okay, I guess what style are you going for? And it makes it EQs it for you.
So a computer program is doing all of that for you.
Yeah, I mean,
So, and I'm not saying it's AI, but is that not AI?
well, what I'm talking about is AI, right? What I'm talking about when something has to be smart and it listens to your track, it listens to the whatever you got on, and it picks out the frequencies for you, not as a preset, just as like it knows what to do, like it's doing all that work for you. And I'm thinking, like, in my opinion, you shouldn't need. That's a tool. It's a tool. You shouldn't need to cite that in your recording. Like, yeah, I recorded this with the help of AI. But at what point do you need to start? Like, I recorded all of this with AI.
Well, okay, I know I'm sounding ignorant, and I don't mean to. But my thing is, if you're using something to record, if you record something, right, and you're using a program to help you fix that recording, you're using that program to fix that recording. It's not you just hitting all your levels and all your little knobs and buttons, whatever you engineers do.
I don't even know.
Me neither, man. But my thing is, it's not AI, but it's computer generated.
I don't know. I think we're talking about two different things here.
I don't think that we are.
Or maybe I just quit listening.
Most likely.
I was getting really bored.
Well, I mean, fuck.
I know. It's not your fault. It's a boring conversation, but it's
not a boring conversation. I'm trying to sit here and tell you this is how I see it. Is I think we've already been using AI for the longest time. It just hasn't been called AI.
I think that, no, I know what you're saying, and I definitely think that it's computer generated, but there is a difference between computer generated and, like, it's not even really generated. It's like presets aren't computer generated. That's generated by someone going, this is a preset. I'm going to add this into this effect. It's hand built, I think, for the most part. And that preset will apply the same to your track, to mine, whoever records and hits that preset, it's going to apply the same. Not make everybody's stuff sound the same, but it makes those kind of cuts, those kinds of stuff in that EQ. AI listens and makes different adjustments for my stuff than it does your stuff. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Right.
And I think if you're going to do something like that, then by God, it has to be cited.
Okay, interesting. I never will cite that. If I ever, I won't.
Then you will never record us, sir. Well, just because if you're going to record something and let some machine, whatever, take control of it, That's what you're doing.
Well, I mean, the way I look at it is, I've had Jerry, another one of my best friends, Jerry Allen.
Jerry Burr.
Allen Media, Metal Collaborations. I've had him EQ stuff for me, and it never even crossed my mind to cite, Jerry in anything.
Then what is wrong with you?
I feel like if it was a situation where it needed citations, Jerry would have been like, "Don't forget to cite me on that shit." But it was typically a punk rock song, so he was probably
he's just like,
he's
"Don't
probably
cite me
like,
on
yeah,
that."
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's funny because I'm kind of more of a punk rock music guy, happy music kind of guy, and Jerry's like metal, and
Jerry likes a lot of different things, not just metal.
Yeah, he does. But he likes to give me shit for liking punk rock. So I think I have this pattern of like my best friends, they need to, I like abuse.
Right.
Right.
Well, that's not a problem here, buddy.
It's all making sense.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that we figured that out for you.
Hey, you already knew.
Well, yeah.
I just want people at home to know.
All right.
I'm a glutton for punishment.
And now they know.
They do.
And everything is better for it. But no, I mean, I understand what you're saying. Whoa. I understand what you're saying about the whole AI thing. And when is it too much? And when is it a problem with music going forward? I'm not going to say we recorded because we didn't.
Not yet.
But we pumped out an AI track when we first started learning about this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, a sea shanty.
Yes.
And it even wrote out all the chords for us.
Yeah. Did all the chord compressions? Progressions.
But you go right ahead.
Uh-huh. It was a love song about a couple of pirates.
Out in sea.
Longing for the shore.
And each other's arms.
Yes.
But, I mean, we had AI do all of it.
And I don't even think we ever played the whole thing on the way through.
We didn't because we couldn't stop laughing about it.
It not only was it fucking hilarious, but it was also pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
I mean, like it was a real song. I mean, it had everything. It had a bridge, it had chorus. I mean, it was
multiple verses.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're probably gonna have to do that one day.
I know. We're gonna have to.
Because that was funny.
Well, let's wait and see if anybody gives a shit. If you want to see whatever the sea shanty song, I'd have to dig it up. That's probably of course, chat.
Something tells me we could probably write it right now.
Oh no,
even though the first one, solid gold.
Yeah, but if you're interested at all in hearing that, then let us know. We could probably throw down something.
Yeah.
We're not really set up to record musical instruments up here, which is it's on the list. But
we have so many things on the list. I don't know what you're doing here.
See, one of these days you're gonna get it. It's gonna click, and when I do that, but we'll get there.
Oh God!
I set you up, motherfucker.
You set me up, and I was just like, no, I'm not doing it. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to. We can see what happens. If somebody, how many people do you want to be like yes before we do that?
I don't know. Just enough.
Tens of people.
Tens. Yeah.
We keep going back to the tens of people.
Well,
if tens of people want us to do that sea shanty, I say we do it.
So tens.
Tens.
Okay. Yeah. And that's still like an undefined number, but
right.
Whatever. Whatever titillates us enough to.
Look at you.
Uh-huh. I'd have to figure out that there'd be more technical difficulties.
Right.
And we have so much to figure out because I talk to this motherfucker all the time, right? And my camera's all shaky. I can't touch this. Right. This is stuff that, a real professional outfit would have already had worked out a long time ago. We are just kind of going with it.
We're just wiggle.
Right. We'll just wiggle a little bit. But, so there's tons of stuff to figure out because honestly, I'm thinking, of all the musicians we know, I want to get them up here and I want to hear them play their little acoustic bits. That'd be really adorable. Could you imagine having a show where people will come in and fucking play music for you and be like, "Thank you."
Leave.
No, I mean like they thank us, like, "Hey, thank you." That's just kind of cool, right?
See, I kind of went the other way. They come up and play for us, and we're like, "All right, cool, leave." Not that we would ever do that.
Oh no! And it would also be cool to jam out some stuff here as well. I mean, we've been playing for a long time. We got all kinds of tunes we can play.
Oh yeah.
And I'm totally down for that. But before we get into any of that, I'm really honestly, I think priority is getting everything ready so we can talk to people out there.
That's what we wanted to do in the beginning.
Right.
And we thought we thought we'd have it by now.
We probably should have just waited.
Probably should have, but is that like us?
No,
it isn't.
No, it's not our style.
So that's what I'd like to do for probably not the next show, but hopefully the show after that. We'll have everything set up and ready for us to do, like take a Zoom call or Teams call, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Whatever's more convenient for two guys who don't know what they're doing to figure out.
Right. Yeah.
And I want to go with one of those. I don't know what that is.
Oh, man. I'm just thinking, like, here we are.
Here we are.
In our 40s. Talking about AI and music.
Yeah.
Growing up together. We've known each other.
Ever.
The better part of our
lives
at this point. Even though you hated me for 10 years. Could you, I mean, I imagine being at Frankenstein's, our local little place that I noticed I called it Stein's last time, and I think that's not fair to them because the bar is called Frankenstein's, and we affectionately call it Stein's, of course. And it is where everything happens in this town as far as music goes.
Yep.
I mean, there are other cool places too. The place we didn't get to talk about last week, The Landing.
Yeah. Man, they're always doing something.
I know. Yeah, and it's this awesome little place. It's small, but it's
not small. It's intimate.
It's intimate, right? No, it's fucking small.
Whoa.
But the owners are so cool, and like it's a nice little place, and they're just like, yeah, come on in, and they invite this riffraff in there. These guys come in there, and they book up every weekend. They stay busy. They are like, they open their doors to them, man.
Yeah,
and to us, to everyone.
They've embraced the music scene in Portsmouth.
They really have, and they're like a little coffee and soup shop or something like that. Coffee shop, whatever. And the place looks awesome. It's in a really great location. Yeah, it's small, but like you said, it's intimate.
It's intimate.
It's intimate. You said it a little different. Say it.
It's intimate.
There you go.
All right.
So, yeah, I definitely wanted to talk about them because that place is. I'm thankful for that because they invite anyone in. It does. Yeah. There's not a genre. It doesn't matter. They don't care. Just come in,
play some music.
Don't be a dick. And you're good to go. But back to Frankenstein's. I just imagine, Frankenstein's and the AI stuff. So imagine like it's 2001, 2002, maybe, and we've never said a word to each other. And you're playing. I've got a story about how our two bands at that time played together, how that all came to, and I'm going to tell that, not today,
Okay.
because we're, already like 40 some minutes in. And
Seriously?
Yeah. But maybe we'll get to it next show or something. I don't know. But basically, could you imagine running around that bar at that time, playing music, ignoring me, being a total dick to me, and to think at that time that you could just type in some shit into a computer, into a computer that's in your pocket, by the way, and it would fucking write a song for you.
It's pretty amazing.
I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
It's insane.
But I'm closing my eyes and I'm going back to not talking to you. And it makes me feel good.
That's a dream, right? Yeah. That's a fantasy.
But no, I mean, I get what you're saying. I mean, just the whole idea of being able to be like, oh, that's a good, you could do that now. Sorry, that's my brain. You hear a cool topic or whatever and be like, I wonder if they make a good song.
Boom.
There it is.
Done.
Chords. This done. But now, do you cite that you did that?
Of course you do.
Okay. See,
Yeah.
so we're there on that
Well,
together.
we wrote more than just that one sea shanty song.
Did we?
That was like the kickoff. That's where we started. Yeah, we wrote a couple other ones, and they were all like, we always went the funny route. We were trying to get that. We were trying to. It got to the point where AI was like, "I'm sorry, I can't do that." Like, what do you mean you can't do that?
In a stupor, I can see us doing that.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
We were testing the limits basically,
Right.
and there's several
Just to see how good you are.
Yeah, and it's cool. It's neat.
I think it's pretty awesome as a tool, but
Yeah,
and I know we joked around about having the whole sea shanty complete AI song.
right.
I don't want that in all music.
No, I don't either. And I mean, let's face it. I mean, we are ultimately kind of punk rock fans.
Yeah.
And I think that's because we like the least processed music, basically. Does that make sense?
It does to me, but more when you say not processed or least processed, it's more raw.
I mean, raw's a lot of levels. I mean, least processed is too, but I mean, like, when I think about the Flatlanders,
Flatlanders?
the Flatlanders, the latest album, New Ruin, that is processed as shit. I mean, that's a well produced, processed album.
And it's fantastic.
It is fucking awesome. I love that album, start to finish. But that's not something that like your guy down the street record. That's not something Jeff Horner could produce. I mean, that's not something. I'm thinking like there's just a lot of levels there, basically, and it's an excellent recording. It sounds great, but it's not raw.
Right.
More raw than anything you're going to hear on top 40s or whatever.
I understand what you're saying.
Right.
I was just trying to clarify for the listeners.
So, I mean, that's just kind of where things get, I don't know.
It gets a little hairy.
I forgot a lot. I don't even like music.
Wow.
It's yeah.
So we're done.
Show's over. No, but we're gonna have to dig out some of those old. Not I say old like we did it like 10 years ago. It was just like a few months ago.
Yeah,
like the AI stuff. It was we were just cracking up.
And I would like to hear topics from people. Please comment about this because I'm all for it. Topics that people would. I want to hear what other.
What would you suggest
Thank you.
AI write?
For us.
Right.
Could we AI this show?
We could do some AI. If our listeners wanted to,
Huh.
they could have there could be a subject line. And I don't know how we'd go about it. We might have to fuck you. We might have to. It's a whole thing. I'm having a time with this computer today. Yeah, I know. It's probably gonna go in the garbage on the way out the door. Yeah. I don't even know what I'm talking about now. I'm pissed off. So there could be a situation where maybe we do like we pick 3 or 4 or 5 and like let people vote on, or something.
No. I just want people to send us stuff.
That would be the ideal. That really would. And and then we just pick one of them.
And we're like, man, that's funny.
Maybe they send us stuff and we narrow it down to 3 to 5.
Okay.
And then they vote on that.
Oh, so you're talking like a pool kind of situation?
Yeah. And we'll fucking perform it live right here.
Can we have a pie chart? Can we do it that way?
Oh, I hate that you're all the way over there, so I cannot hit you from here.
Well, I mean, it's good for me.
But if you're interested in that would be kind of cool. That would be neat. And we could even maybe have some guest participation in that as well. Yeah. I think that'd be fun.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah. Hey, we're pretty much at the end of the show. Let us know your thoughts on AI. Tell us what you think the pros and cons are. Is it fine as a tool? What I want to know from the listeners, honestly, is if you knew a song was written, start to finish, written, recorded, produced, all that, start to finish, AI, someone just said, hey, write a song about being in love with Jeff Horner.
Huh.
I'm sure there's a bunch that already exist, but it had to write its own.
I'm keeping your poop in a jar.
How did you know I did that?
Till the day you come back, so don't forget just what you are.
The feces in my pocket. Did I send that to you?
Yeah, you sent it to me.
That's brilliant. Who the hell is that? I forget.
I don't remember who it is.
I love it. Everything they do is
Kelly
amazing.
sent me some stuff as well. And I was like, man. Like, I haven't looked into it just because I love the sheer fact that it's funny. But I kind of wanted to go, man, I wonder if that's real.
I sent that shit to your brother.
Oh, yeah.
And he come back and he was like, what the hell did you just send me? and that motherfucker sends me some crazy shit. And I've said, but like, it wasn't the feces in your pocket one. It was a different one, but it's so good. I feel like we should be citing that, and I'm pissed that I cannot remember the site that does it, but it's the band or
Obscure
group,
Vinyls.
something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's so good, so good. But anyway, let us know what you think the pros and cons are. If you think we should get in on having some kind of interactive AI stuff, I don't know. If you guys want to send in suggestions. There was a whole thing I wanted to say, but you said feces in my pocket. Now I'm gone.
I didn't say feces in my pocket.
You said poop in a jar. Poop in a jar.
Hasty right. Dixie.
All right. Well, we'll catch you guys next time. Follow us on Spotify, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook.
All them socials, baby.
Yeah. And we'll see you guys next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye.